is Tony Peacock, and I was at Harris Technical College from 1966 to 1970. During that time I was the Secretary of the Entertainments Committee, I was the NUS rep, and eventually the Vice President of the Students' Union. When I first became involved in the union, I was doing applied physics, and that was okay, but I discovered a whole new world. A world of volunteers, I think quite different perhaps from today. There were no sabbaticals, there were no staff members in the union, just a whole bunch of people who just wanted to make things better for student life.
My name's Dave Cass. I held a number of positions here, including part-time exec, Vice President Education and Welfare, and President in 1988. Had a fantastic time. Had a look around the building so far, and it looks fantastic. It's changed a great deal. It seems to be bigger, it seems to be more professional. I don't know whether it's lost that intimacy that it had before, because that's really what Preston was around at the time. It was a very small college, a small students' union. But certainly things have moved on, so I guess they have to.
I'm Andy Buchanan. Like Dave, I had several positions here. I was Treasurer, first of all. Then I followed Dave as Vice President Education and Welfare. And in 1989-1990 I was President. As Dave says, the union building is very much different to how it was when we were running the show, I guess. Although at the time we did have discussions about undertaking major redevelopment, but financial issues always got in the way and it never really came off, and it was all a bit piecemeal. But it's very different now. Obviously the university, polytechnic as it was back in the day, it's changed quite a bit. It's massively expanded. We've just spent most of today walking around some of the old homes, most of which are still there, which has been good.
Hello, I'm Mike Groves. I was President of the Student Union here at the University of Central Lancashire in 96 and 97. I was doing a management and journalism course, and I was probably unusual for a sabbatical in that I took my sabbatical in the middle of my course, and then came back the following year as a student and had to live with the consequences of the decisions and actions that had taken place during my year, which was part of my pitch at election time. And we were going to sort of change the world and change the union and change lots of things. The reality wasn't quite like that. I think you get sort of bogged down in lots of sort of the constitutional issues, which lots of people have talked about tonight, which was all good fun. But I look back really fondly, absolutely no regrets whatsoever. And some of the things that that have happened subsequently to the union in terms of buildings, in terms of development of services, it's nice to think that you may have had to play some small part in some of that. So I look back really, really fondly, and I had a great time here.
So my name is Dave Budd. I was the president in 2001-2002, and being president of the union was great fun, lots of hard work. It was great working with my colleagues at the time, and not so great working with some other colleagues. You know who you are.
Ollie Walmsley, Academic Affairs Officer, 2002 to 2003. Fantastic to be back in the Students' Union again. The place looks fantastic, considering that UCLAN did fantastically in taking an existing building and refurbishing it. It's good to see that it's been well supported and it's starting to flourish, and I hope that the union can continue to go forward with this new shell and go from strength to strength, and I hope it's still here in another 50 years.
Hi, Charlotte Dixon, VP Cumbria, 2004 to 2005. Working for the Students' Union was a surreal experience, lots of challenges. We were the first executive in this building. It's not changed a lot. It's not as white as it used to be, and it's a nice experience to be back.
This room was very different for a start. Yeah, it looks great. I love the new signs. You can't see it. I'm pointing past the camera. You can't see what I'm pointing at. But I love the new signs for the SIB Centre and what's over there again? Yeah, the Advice Centre and everything. So yeah, it all looks fantastic. A lot more colour as well in the building, which is something that we talked about last year a lot. So it seems to be going really well, and I think tonight should be a good night. Yeah, I set the date for this, and then Ed and the rest of the sabbaticals this year kind of formed a group around it. But I like to think that by combining the date originally, it's really my work tonight, the whole event. Don't you agree?